go across to our technical analysts, and Kunal and Naresh both are here with us. And Kunal, I'm going to come to you for your chartbuster ideas for today.
Thank you, Vinny, and that's on Biocon. Now, interestingly, the stock has gone through a very volatile kind of a, if I can call it as a shakeout over the last few months, and the charts are very, very intriguing. Now, this is the very recent charts for Biocon. In the month of October, November, the stock formed a base or a low which was around the 200 to 20 mark. Then started a case of a very steady, gradual uptrend for the stock, where it moved on towards 250 levels. So as you can see, from the October end lows around 220 mark, the stock took almost 2 months to come back towards 250 levels. Then comes in a high beta move for the stock, where from 250 it migrates very quickly towards 285 to 90 approximately. And then comes this phase of extreme volatility for the stock price. But in this extreme phase of volatility, the volumes have been on the much higher side. The delivery data has been impressive. And when we look at this entire pattern in the pattern in the entirety, it's still a formation of higher patterns and higher bottoms and higher lows for the stock price. The lows are still getting on the higher side even in this phase of consolidation. So which means that an eventual breakout on the upside should be in the offing for Biocon. A trade above 300 could be a very interesting trade for Biocon. Would look out for targets at least in the range of 330 to 350 in the next 3 to 6 months beyond that 300 mark.
Naresh, your chartbuster ideas for right now, what are you looking at?
So that's a chart for KNR Constructions. If we look at what has happened in the whole sector, we've seen every name do well, whether it is NCC, IRB Infra, and various other names. KNR Constructions in the previous cycle was one of the top leaders, as well as a lot of institutional participation. But for the last 1.5 to 2 years, the stock has gone sideways. If you look at the last 6 to 8 months, also the stock every time it has gone closer to the 280 to 300 mark, it has resisted. Yesterday, the stock saw large volume uptake, large volume in the last comparatively to the last 1 month. And today also it is trying to test that 290, 300 mark. So if it sustains about those levels, that would be a big breakout. So buy at current levels as well as on dips, expecting to eventually break out. Initial target price of 320 and 400.
Okay, Kunal, what are your top stock ideas for today? What are you looking at?
So I'll suggest to buy calls. Poonawalla Corp is one of the stock which is making a comeback above the 50-day moving average. That's closer to 470 levels. So would suggest a buy above 470 mark for a target of 540, stop loss at 450. And City Union Bank is the other stock which is also popping up on the radar, trading above 137 mark. So would suggest a buy with a near-term target of 146, stop loss at 131.
Okay, that is City Union Bank, Poonawalla FinCorp. That's the view coming in from Kunal. But Naresh, what are your top ideas, stock ideas for today? What are you looking at?
So first is a buy on Eicher Motors, a risk reward trade. You're trying to make that breakout move of 4,000, stop loss at 3,900, target price of 4,400. Second is a buy on Concor, continues